Hello and welcome to 90's Mags, your home of your Newcastle United podcast, hosted by two lifelong Newcastle United supporting buddies. Myself, D-Man, joined with my co-host Jefferson. How you doing?
Big up, big up, big up. Back in the
Yeah,
house.
yeah. Good to see you again after so long. You
Mate,
good? You keeping well?
got a nice little tan there, in ya?
Yeah. Enjoyed my holiday in Spain and that. But I'm back. I'm back to all things Newcastle United. As you can see, we're joined by Axel Rose from Guns N' Roses. By looking at
In the heat man out here.
Big up, Steve. Strasbourg, Steve. How you
Going
doing, my
on?
friend? You good?
Yes, I'm doing very well. Big up everybody in the comments, and thank you to YouTube for having me on. Much appreciated.
No worries. No worries at all. As usual, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, all that good stuff. Share with your people and that. Yeah, we've got a lot to get through today. It's been an interesting time with Newcastle since you've been away. It's been what 2 weeks since we last recorded, Jefferson,
Weeks,
something
yeah.
like that. But yeah, we've got the Seller Cup, we've got the transfer window or lack thereof, the continued embarrassment that we seem to suffer. But things might be changing, might be on the up. We don't know. But yeah, big up all those in the chat. I can see a few of them: Mackenzie family, Queen, Mason, Mighty Mag, Sophie. Good evening to you all.
Big up.
But yeah, let's get started. Let's start with the Seller Cup, our annual cup tradition that we hold at St James's. Back-to-back games, Espanyol and Atletico Madrid this time. Did you guys watch the games? Both games?
Yeah, I watched the Espanyol game, and then unfortunately, I watched the second half of the Atleti game. So I missed the good half.
Okay. What about you, Steve?
So I didn't watch the Espanyol game. I was at work, but I watched the entire Atletico Madrid game. Did a watch long for that with my guy Saint Keeks, Trinidadian Atletico Madrid fan that I met online, and he was chill as fuck. He actually had some very interesting things to say about Newcastle. Like out of all the players on our team, he actually picked Livermento as the one that he would definitely take at Atleti because he likes his defensive capabilities, left and right back, athleticism. He thinks he would like really kill it in La Liga. So it was a really good combo. Jefferson hopped on after the game as well. Fascinating dude to talk football with. So yeah, it was fun.
Okay, good to hear. I see Adrian has said waiting for the new 90's Max to drop isn't excruciating as waiting for us to make a signing. Listen, we will not
Oh,
we will not keep you waiting as long moving forward, especially the season starting. So, plenty of 90's match to come.
Right.
Big up Scants in the building. He said, "How are the two home games?" To be fair,
Scanton Sophie, these ought to give Kante a run for his money. You lot are menaces in the chat right now.
listen, I only went to one home game. I went to the Atletico Madrid. I travelled up Saturday morning, which I'll give a little review on it a bit later. I've just got back about less than an hour ago, well over an hour ago. So, yeah, man, long trip, but well worth it with my son and
Right.
that. So it was all good. Big up, Big Yinks in the building as well. But yeah, listen, the Espanyol game. I mean, listen, there's not much to go on really. There was some promises performance from the likes of Lewis Miley. Um, who did he play? Who did he play in midfield with him? Bruno and who was the other one? Was it experiment? Was it Target?
Target, I think. Oh yeah, did Target come into the midfield?
I think he was dropping into midfield
I
quite.
saw something about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, what's your thoughts on Matt Target? Just briefly, because obviously he gave away the ball for the first goal. He made amends for the second. Didn't he give away the penalty?
He gave the penalty. Yeah, he sort of chopped the leg a little bit late. I don't know how he thought he was going to get away with that one. It was clear as day, but yeah.
Okay, so what's your thoughts on Target? We'll start with you, Steve.
I think Target's rubbish. Ultimately, I was wrong because I was wrong about him because when we got him on loan initially, that first thing, we had the option to buy. I unfortunately was one of those people that was like, we should make that a permanent deal. Then we did, and he's done absolutely nothing, nothing since then.
He's on a lot of money.
What's that?
He's on a lot of money.
Yeah, and he contributes nothing. So I don't know. Maybe he's good in the locker room. I don't know. But target for me, if he's playing any games this year, it's a bit concerning.
Bit of a problem. Okay. What about you, Jefferson? What's your thoughts on old Matty Target?
Listen, I when I've seen him play, I think Eddie's master plan was just to try get him fit so that he can put himself in the shop window. If he does all right, then obviously, you know, we can sell him. If not, then it's an extra body in the squad. But I think as well, because he hasn't played that many games, maybe Eddie wants to see actually, is the quality still there? Does he have what we need to kind of cover Lewis Hall? But I think he's something short of what we need right now.
I see the McKenzie family said Target can score before Gordon. We're in for a wild roller coaster season.
Good score, actually. Yeah, he did get the assist from La Liga Lewis Miley. So,
but is it true that I don't know if it's trolling in it, but they said I saw a tweet that said Target promised to do the baby celebration.
Yeah, I saw that.
Once he scored, but he said his son's now 8 years old. So I don't know how to. I don't know.
That had to be a wind up, right? That had to be a wind up.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
Oh my gosh!
Big up Choppy in the building as well. Good to see you. Obviously, listen. Another one to talk about was Aaron Ramsdale, because he made his debut. Conceded 2 goals, but he did save the penalty. I see a lot of fans was impressed with his footwork and allowing us to different style of play. Any thoughts on that at all, Jefferson?
Yeah, personally, from what I saw, the defense looked calm. You know, kind of similar to when Dubravka came into the team. The defense looked calmer. Me watching it, I looked calmer. There was a bit of pensiveness because I thought, okay, you don't know what you're going to get. But after about 10, 15 minutes, soon settle, because you know he can take a touch on the ball. He's got the diags on him. Do you know what I mean? He's got quick distribution as well. And he pulled off some good saves. I know that banger went absolutely past him. I'm sure we'll talk about that in a bit. But that aside, he looked calm. And you can see that reverberate across the team.
Okay. Toon Talk says Target played okay considering we left him in Asia. Listen, big up. Is it Frank Chipper, in it? Like with the trolling, with the comment that he made on Twitter went viral. Like that Newcastle left him on the bus, left him in Korea, and everyone picked it up, and some people were believing it and all sorts, but it's all good. Steve, do you think? I know we spoke on your podcast recently. You need to check out Steve's podcast as well. But you said that you think, is it you that said you reckon that Ramsdale's going to start the season instead of Pope?
I don't know.
No.
And that is already well. Never mind the issue I have with Ramsdale as a player. I didn't want him signed. I don't think anybody before the summer started would have wanted him signed. I don't think anybody thinks he's worth 120 grand a week. On and on and on, right? But the biggest thing is, it's like, yo, is he even a guaranteed starter? I don't know, because we know what Eddie Howe does. He likes to bed in players, and it takes him a few games. I get that. But, like, yeah, after Pope yesterday, and to be honest, like, maybe I have been a bit too kind with Pope. I know for a fact, though, that, like, Ramsdale I don't think is going to be this proper solution. That's what it is with him. So, look, I hope Ramsdale smashes it in, I think he probably will start the Villa game on Saturday. I hope he smashes it. I hope he does great and all this stuff, but I am very skeptical, to say the least. But, yeah, it's really about it about Ramsdale.
I think. Sorry, Dom said the way how Blood's in players, we might not start Ramsdale before his loan ends.
Oh my god!
Listen, and he's got a point. He's got a point, because I said that on the podcast. The way that Eddie Howe the time he takes to bring players into start, you never know. But the fact that Ramsdale is English, he's worked with him before, something told me that we're going to see Ramsdale sooner rather than later. Yeah, especially with this new centre back coming in, which we're going to talk about. I think that changes everything. So let's wait and see. In it. It's going to, but I do believe Pope will start against Aston Villa and probably Liverpool. You're probably going to see Ramsdale after the international break. I think that's when he's going to come into the team. But we'll see. We'll see.
Is it funny again this year where it comes after like the first 2 games or something stupid?
Yeah, I think first 3 games and it's internationals again.
That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
Yeah. But what before we move on to Atletico Madrid, Osula. Yeah, we've got to talk about Osula because he got his chance up front. I don't think he's changed Eddie Howe's opinion with his performances. I just don't think he's ready yet. He's still raw. I think he's not making the right runs. He's physical, which is good, but I just don't think he's too raw, man. I just don't think I think he's more suited out wide than he is up front. But I still want to see him in and around the squad because I think we've got enough games coming this season for him to get good minutes, especially in the cup competitions, in the early rounds and stuff like that. But Jefferson, what's your thoughts on Osula?
It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because at times when we saw him last season, he kind of excelled out wide. The one where he popped in with the shot against Bromley. And there's times where, was it Ipswich he came on against? Either Ipswich or Chelsea, he started dazzling the defenders on the right-hand side. So he looks more comfortable out wide. However, during pre-season, there have been times, yes, I've seen him come clean through in the middle. So there was a chance against Celtic where he got hacked down. The guy should have been a red card. But there's also been times where he could have been released. And like you said, he's not made the right run. Is that through game practice? Does he need more games? But are we in a position to give him more games? So it could be a situation where he's better as a wide player, personally, than a central player right now, or at this level.
Yeah. Are you a fan of Osula, Steve?
Honestly, I was so on and off with him. For me, he's a Danish Richarlison. I'm gonna be so real. He has the same attributes and the same weaknesses as Richarlison. He's a shithouse. He's not really technical at all. He might score a goal here and there.
Are you talking about Osula or are you talking about Joe Linton?
Richarlison?
No, I'm talking because the way you're describing Osula, that's Joe Linton, bro. That is Joe Linton. And I think Osula might be the next Joe Linton. Bring him back into midfield as a little destroyer.
I don't think he's got... No. I don't think he's got a brain for that. I'll be real. I'm not really... Yeah. I think Osula is a vibes kind of guy. He's there for the locker room to make everyone laugh and stuff. But I'm sorry, man. I don't... If that guy, if he wins anything in his career outside of Newcastle, I'd be impressed. Okay. And if he was actually a starting player in that, I don't see much talent there, to be honest. I see a lot of, graft and hard work. And I said, he's a wind up. He's not fun to play against, but I just
he's just fun to be around, isn't he? He's fun to be around.
How old is he? 22.
Yeah, that's not it's young, but you are who you are. See, at a certain point, you just gotta look at a player and be like, "Yo, are you really the guy we can depend on?" If I'm thinking about it, if I'm Eddie Howe, do I really feel comfortable with Osula starting?
No, that's why he's going to start Gordon up front. That's why Gordon's going to
which is a joke because that experiment has to end, right? That experiment has to end. And by the way, again, going back to player welfare, he's literally nearly pulled his hamstring before, should have got him off, and then we leave it 2 more minutes and he gets injured, by the way. But ineffective through the middle. And we've never won a game where Gordon's played through the middle. But going back to Osula, I'm just thinking, was it worthwhile us loaning him last season or even from January or something? So at least he had some games under his belt because we saw the transformation that a good loan did for Elliot Anderson. He literally come back all buffed up as this big grown man, right?
Do you trust Shola to loan him out properly though, bro? Because I don't.
Well, not Shola, no. I think it's Shola and Peter Ramage, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that Jack Ross geezer, he's meant to be helping them oversee that stuff. But he needs games, ultimately.
Yeah.
He needs games.
Wait, sorry. In the comments, Laminos, he needs 2 seasons of loans. He isn't as bad as I'm making him out to be. Can you tell me what this guy excels at? What's he really good at?
Step overs.
Or one of you guys, you can tell. I don't see anything.
No, he's more
is
effective on the right hand side, on the right.
at
Cutting
what?
in,
Effective at what?
No. He's direct. He's directing and cutting inside. You saw
Yeah.
the goals that he
So
scored.
was Garnacho.
No, let's not talk about that overhyped merchant. Let's not talk
No,
about him.
but he is.
But Osula's Garnacho's overhyped. He's
Of course.
overhyped. Yeah.
He hates him, Steve.
Listen,
He hates him.
He's
Big up Pump Mags, by the way. Big up Pump Mags in the chat.
Big up
I just
Cav as
don't think
well.
Osula's that good at anything.
Big up Cav from the Red Pitch podcast as well. Check out his content.
Cav's here as well. Big up Cav.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Doing bits.
They just did a stream. Im Scants and D Dubs. Check out D Dubs. Put D Dubs channel in the chat as well, Cav. He's a Liverpool fan. He just started his channel as well. Big up the Liverpool fans in the building as well, man. Great outing you had today against Palace. Great day. Yeah, loved it. VVD on skates. Yeah.
Good day for South London.
Yeah. Isak is your penalty taker already, bro.
Speaking of which, Sophie just popped something in the chat. Yeah, she's poking me, by the way.
She's asking.
She's after me, mate.
Yeah.
Is the Charity Shield a major trophy? I say it is.
Okay, nice.
I count it.
It's the English Super Cup, innit?
That's why they call was it Man City the domestic quad that they do, the quadruple or something like that, because they did the domestic quad. Listen,
yeah.
I'd love to win it because it means we've won the FA Cup or the league. So, you know what I mean? It's what it is. Big up Kim Cam in the building as well.
Big up. Steve, do you count it? No pressure.
No, and I'm going to tell you why. No, I'm going to tell you why. Because if a team doesn't win, if a team, let's say, okay, Man United won the double, or the treble, sorry, in 99. We played them, right?
Yeah, they backed it up.
2000. It would be the 2000 Community Shield, yeah? We didn't win anything to get there. We finished second. We lost to them in the cup final.
We were the next best team in the league, innit?
Huh?
We were the next best team in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, it just shouldn't. It shouldn't be if you have an FA Cup winner and a Premier League winner, then like okay, you have it. If it's the same team that wins, that's what they do in France with the Coupe de France and the Trophée des Champions. If PSG wins a double, they just don't do it.
Yeah, but this time it was the FA Cup winners versus the Premier League winners, and the FA Cup winners came out on top. But listen, we digress. We're not
trying to play.
I look at it at if I go to the game, I want us to win. If we were in that game again, which I hope we will in the future. But
if we was to win that, we'd have an open top bus parade. I'm telling you, mate. Yeah,
and Sophie would be there.
Hey, but let's move on to Atletico, innit? Because that was the main event. We ended up losing 2-0. Like I said, I was at the game. I took my son there for the first time, his first trip to St. James's Park. He absolutely loved it. He was buzzing. Interesting enough, we both was walking around in our Isak shirts. I was a bit apprehensive beforehand, thinking, boy, are we going to get pelters and stuff? But I saw enough Isak shirts around, which was good to see. But I did break the news to him that he's probably going to be leaving Liverpool. And he took it well, to be fair. He's not really that concerned because I got him in a away kit with Lewis Hall as well in the back as well. So that kind of softened the blow as well. But yeah, man, it was a good day out. Good weather on that. It was funny because when you get there, you get the flags on the floor that you can wave and stuff. And he had the big one. And he started waving it, and he started poking people in the head.
That way to get you in trouble, innit?
I had to keep apologizing left, right, and center, man. It was, but yeah, man, he loved it. So it's all good. But to the game itself, what did you think? First of all, the lineup with obviously we saw Harrison Ashby in midfield. Obviously, Botman came back, played 45 minutes. Gordon up front, like you said. What were your overall thoughts on that, Jefferson?
It's a tricky one because we've been moaning forever and a day that we need more players in midfield. We certainly got that. 4-5-1. but it's a defensive formation at home. So mentally, the battle's won because you've already given too much respect. And don't get me wrong, I totally respect Atleti. Steve, what's the Spanish? What did you tell me? La Roji Blancos.
So the two nicknames are Los Rojiblancos and the Cochoneros.
There we go. So then, yeah,
You respect the Cochoneros.
the Cochineros, right? We're giving them a little bit too much respect. And like I said, the Gordon experiment at centre forward has to end because he can't make the right runs. He hasn't got the strength to hold up the ball. And even in loose play, when he's on the wing, we know he likes to hold on to the ball and take it past a player rather than take a touch, 1-2, and make the run. So on that basis, you should swap him and Barnes round. So I don't know what it will take for the coach to realize that. But to be fair, Ashby, I thought, did well.
Yeah.
But what I'd heard was that it all fell apart once Botman had come off, and apparently Elanga had a good first half as well. But for me, the formation is a big one, isn't it? You're playing 4-5-1 at home. Why?
To me, looking at the game, it didn't look that much like a 4-5-1. I still thought you had moments of the 4-3-3 because, like I said, with Elanga, I was impressed with Elanga the way because listen, Atletico played the low block, right? So we all wondered how Elanga would do against a low block. We know he's a counter-attacking type player, but it was good to see him take the ball and beat the man one-on-one many times, not just one time. Quite a few times. He had the better of him in the first half. The end product could have been better, but I think that can be coached with him. My thing, Ashby, I thought did okay, but you could tell he's not a centre. He's not a midfielder. I think he did okay. Botman looked good. I thought Tino looked good for most of the game. Trippier, I thought, played well as well. But my thing, Joe Linton, yeah. I think it's glaringly obvious. If we're gonna progress, we need to upgrade from him. Yeah. Don't go. He gives us the balance with Tonali and Bruno. There, he gives us balance. Yeah. But when one's not there, it's glaring. His deficiencies are glaringly obvious. The first thing he did was foul. Yeah. Like put a man on his ass, like physical foul. Like, bruv, calm down. But then it's the chances that he missed as well. Yeah. The headers. Like I was chatting to Curtis at the time. He said, unless it's a diving head and he falls on the floor, he's not scoring. Yeah. He doesn't know. He doesn't know how to head the ball. Yeah. Which, we need someone who's going to either create or score or add goals to the team, add goals to the midfield, and he does neither. So, we can get away with it in the league and stuff, but when it gets to Europe now, he's gonna get exposed a bit. But I thought tonight he had a fairly quiet game as well. But the first half itself, I thought we were the better team. We were
slightly better, yeah.
Yeah, but then the second half they said it was a planned substitution for Botman. But he was, and it probably was, but he was, when the players went in, he came out early and was doing a few warm downs, maybe warm downs, but he crouched down and looked like he was going to be sick. And he took off his top and he went off and thinking, he don't look right. Something don't look right. So I'm hoping he's okay for the weekend and that. But yeah, maybe it's just lack of game time. Maybe he's tired. I don't know. But I thought, it's the quality of the two good goals that they scored, but I think Gordon gave away the ball for the first one, and the second one was good finish, but it's like they hit us on the break both times, man, and they kind of opened us up.
So I put it in the group, didn't I? Right, and I'm sure people in the chat will agree. History is D-man. You've been too soft on these guys. History is repeating itself. Bournemouth at home, Forest 2 seasons ago, Luton
Brighton
2 seasons
at
ago.
home.
Brighton as well. We get caught on the break all the time. When
Borussia Dortmund at home and away in the Champions League.
And the worst thing was that Tino was the last man, so he's the one with the pace, and he still got burnt out. Concentration levels were not there, but what I do think was good is, by the way, Alex Baena, signed from Villarreal. What I loved about it was he's chased it down because it looks like he's gone. So then when he retrieves the ball, you think, all right, he's going to try to bend it around the keeper. No. He threads a ball across, and he's deliberately put a bit of fade on it. And there's a nick off the defender and then tap in. That is quality, bruv. So
Baena didn't put a foot wrong in that game.
quality.
Didn't misplace. I'm sure statistically misplaced a pass, but that guy was on it. I mean, he was splendid. I thought Almada as well in that deeper. He had a few slicing switches that just bamboozled our defense.
You know what? Aaron makes a good point. Big up Aaron. He said tactics look stale in my opinion from House. Same triangles down the right and left. Need more innovations centrally, and that was glaringly obvious. What I saw from it again is the same side to side passes. Put it out to the wing. Hope we can do a 1-2 and deliver across. Now, don't get me wrong. If we had a striker, I think we maybe take one of those chances. But
yeah,
it's so the play because I'm sitting at the Gallagher, so I'm seeing it face on, and it's so basic. Yes, I know it's not our first jersey. Bruno was missing and whatnot, stuff like that, and we had no striker. But to me, this is where we need a creative midfielder, which we'll get on with potential target. We'll get on later. But I think this is where the types of if Isak was playing, he could add a bit more invention and dropping deep and dropping out wide and bit more creativity. Same, and I think someone like Visser will do something like that as well. Would add that to our team. So the sooner he comes in, the better because you got Gordon running around putting the effort in, but there's nothing. The defense know they can chill. The centre backs know they can chill because he's not going to do anything. He's not going to do anything. And the build up, it was slow, and it was get it to Alanga, see if he can bomb down the wing, which he did a few times and stuff. But it just wasn't. It's the same old, man. We're going to get. And again, we want to see us control possession. And we had more possession than Atletico, but we didn't look in control of the game, which was a bit concerning for me personally. But
it was like a boxer. That whole first half was about them trying to work us out, and it was like, okay, is that all you got? Okay, now I'm going to come at you, and they could up the pace, drop it, and they never went beyond second gear. But all these Eddie Howe lovers that are like, yeah, he learnt from Simeone. Listen, we're not playing anywhere near Simeone ball, by the way.
No.
And they've got that extra bit of quality. And that's because he's evolved the side. He's not kept it the same. So I'd like to hope that Eddie met with Simeone after the game and just said, look, can you give me some advice? What did you see where we went wrong that,
help me.
Potentially we could improve? Yeah, essentially, yeah. But, when you look at it, at times, it was like we were cones. They were passing the ball around us. Their movement was better. Yeah. And I could see Tonali was getting frustrated. He was just running into tackles because he's just like, I've had enough, So
the guy was trying to be everywhere and do everything.
It's too much. Even for that goal we talked about, Tino was running back, but he ran all the way back to try to get there and he couldn't get there. But the problem with this is I've watched every preseason game and it's exactly the same, right? Put it to the right, cross it in. Put it to the right, cross it in. Put it to the right, cross it in. What else do we have? So what's worrying me now is we're probably, is this Eddie's 4th season?
Yeah, we're going into the 4th, yeah.
His 4th season. There's no kind of evolution in the playing style or the team. We're still very predictable. And I think this was the year that he's had a summer to go away, work on something new so that when the lads have been together for what? We've been together 4 weeks now to put together something new on the training field, but we're seeing the same thing. So if you add it to the poor end of last season, I'm seeing a regression currently. I'm seeing a regression.
Big up Liam. He said second half Sorloth and Griezmann versus Neve and Harrison, which I thought was a big change. Obviously, they made the changes. They could bring on a lot of quality. We had those two come in. He said the levels first half was competitive, fitness better, and he makes a good point. End of the day, when we had a stronger team out, we looked better. Forget the style of play for a second, but we did look better. Second half, when you could see when we bring on the likes of those two that come on, and they changed their whole 11. Yeah, they changed their whole 11, and it didn't look like they missed a beat. In fact, they probably looked a bit more dangerous anyway. But listen, it's one of the top teams in Europe. It's a good test. It's not the end of the world, but
they had a bunch of new signings as well.
Yeah, but guys, come on. Yeah. We can't keep saying that. Let's be real. We've had a whole preseason, 6 matches. We've not won one. It's probably our worst ever preseason ever.
You take a lot of stock in preseason, Jefferson.
I look into it. If you look at last season, look at Jacob Murphy. Jacob Murphy had a great preseason. We knew he arrived. and he ended up having a great season. The preseason is a precursor for what's to come, because you can see the areas you need to work on, the areas you need to improve, but you can also see some signs of some positive changes.
I
In the games
agree.
I've seen, it's like, come on,
Yeah,
there's not really too much
but you
comparison.
have
Lewis Miley, yes, I
no.
think
You, yeah,
Lewis
yeah.
Miley against Espanyol was a huge positive. I thought he played so well. He controlled the midfield. I would actually be pushing for him to start. But
Yes.
looking at yesterday, it's very easy to say, "Oh, we don't have the players. We need the players." On the coaching field, you can do patterns of play.
No, that
We
I
can
agree. That I
change
agree
things up.
with.
We're not playing good
That's what I
football.
agree with. But we have to
You know
see.
what I mean?
We have to still acknowledge the fact that we haven't got the players in, and forget whose fault that is. We haven't got a striker. Yeah, so that's going to hinder us.
Korean League 11, is that the same thing?
No. I'm not.
Celtic,
Listen, no. But yeah,
teams we should be beating.
no. Without a striker, forget the Korean
We got
team.
Osula
We
there.
got.
We got Osula.
We ready. We just spoke. The guy's not ready, bro.
Bro, Osula's a
We got
Richarlison. Would you
Barnes. We
take
got
Richarlison?
Gordon.
No, we haven't got a
No.
striker.
We
Yeah,
got
forget everything
Gordon. We
else.
got Barnes.
They're not strikers, bro. They're not strikers. What I'm saying is, we have to admit that we have been hampered in the sense that we haven't got the players in at the moment. But what I will say is, it hasn't been a great preseason. I will admit that. Am I placing too much on that? No, because if we go and get a result against Villa, this won't matter. Yeah, you know what I mean. So let's wait and see. To me, preseason is about getting up to speed. Yes, patterns of play. I'd like to, but we know Eddie Howe's not going to do that. Yeah, we know he's got his way. That's one of his deficiencies. Yeah, he's not that kind of manager. Yeah, but to me, it's about getting the fitness up. It would have been ideal. I could judge it more if we had more players in. Right now, we've got a right winger and a goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper just played. So I'm not really going to place too much on that. Do you think though? Two things. First of all, did you not see Pope when he come out in the second half and he tripped? I don't know if he tripped over his own foot, but
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I thought,
That was
bruv,
funny.
this
That was funny.
could be. This is
was
just
funny.
that's the Nick Pope in it. But do you think though? You're talking about patterns of play and style of play and stuff. We'll get onto the new signing, but with the new Malick Thiaw and Ramsdale in the team, will that change anything for you in terms of how we play, especially building up from the back and stuff? Will it change anything? Do you reckon?
Ramsdale, yeah. I think you can build up from the back, and if the defense are unsure, they know that they've got someone to pass it back to comfortably. You can chip it over the top. So, before we were looking to Fabian Schär to do the switch, because
Yeah.
Botman can do the switch as well. Dan Burn, not so much-ish. So having
He's
the
pulled off
keeper,
a few. He's pulled off a few,
he can do a
but
few
it's
like
very rare.
medium, but not like long range.
And you know what
like-
it is? I remember it too because it's like, what? He did that.
Yeah, he can do the ones where it scatters across.
Yeah, vertical.
Yeah, but the diagonal ones is the one it's where it penetrates basically.
Yeah.
Right to the wings. And I think having that from the goalkeeper from the start is really helpful. In terms of Elanga, the thing I've always said about Elanga is it's not about his pace. It's the fact that he was used to playing in a team that sits deep, soaks up pressure, and hits on the counter. We don't play like that. So the pressure's on once we're in possession. If you notice Jacob Murphy, he knows what he has to do. He'll take one or two touches and swing it in the box. At the moment, what is Elanga going to do? Because he strikes me as a winger that's better as an inside forward. You have to play him through, which requires maybe potentially a Bruno to push higher up to thread those balls through. So I want to see more of that as more games move along.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I mean, but like I said, I did like the fact that he was tested against a low block team and he was effective to a certain degree.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to see more of that, especially. But like you said, we know what his strengths are. Big up Benjamin in the building. Said, "What's up, Jeff and D-Man and Steve?" I know Specs is in the building as well. Big up Specs. Check out Geordie Dread TV.
Should we hit the chat?
Yeah. I can see Liam said preseason hampered by the circus needs beige mentality to kick in. Is it siege or no siege mentality to kick in? I think he means, which is true, and I think that's what Eddie will be talking about behind the scenes. Ginny Esther said Pope cracks me up. He's like Bambi on ice. It's true. Mackenzie said that's Nick Pope for you. To be fair, we've got Cameron in the building. He said, "Hi boys, Liverpool fan here. Big respect to your club. This should have been done better." Listen, speaking the truth out here. Then you've got Marco says, Wissa is what Howe wants Gordon to be. Get Wissa ASAP before Villa, or we were in a deep mess, shall we say. But yeah, it's William said, I'm starting to see the new signing place should be around the holidays. Bro, everyone knows, bro. Everyone knows. But Predator says, definitely think if Wissa comes in this week, he'll start against Villa. Can't play Gordon. He's not a striker, and it shows. Just before we go, more comments on that. Listen, I think we can expect Wissa to sign this week, yeah. But do you think he goes straight into the team against Aston Villa?
Of course.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Oh, Gordon?
Because no, Visser. Because the team.
No.
Don't know how he plays.
I don't even trust that we'll even sign him yet. I don't have that penciled down as our player yet. No way.
No, it's not a guarantee, but the rumors are that he only wants Liverpool.
Exactly. Yo.
Only wants Newcastle, so he rejected Liverpool, and the fact that Brentford are getting a striker in, the one from Bournemouth. So that's just format apparently, but this is Newcastle, so you can never count it as 100%.
I got trust issues, man. I got trust issues with these guys.
What about this one? Adrian said, play Elanga and Gordon as a two up top. What do you reckon about that?
No. I'm not. Yo,
4-4-1-1.
Play Neve. Play the actual striker we have at the club. That's what I would do. Why not at this point? Because let's be honest, guys. Gordon as a false nine, that doesn't work, right? We'd all agree.
Yeah.
Elanga, would you put him through the middle? No, not for me. Would you put Joelinton up top? No.
Hell no.
Why not?
What, Joelinton? Bruv, we've seen Joelinton as a striker, bro.
I mean, he can hold the ball up if he's got someone to
not
play.
Against Aston Villa, bro. Not for me, at least. Okay? So would you put Barnes as a striker? Not necessarily, but I'm not against it.
Well, Dom thinks Joelinton could do his job up front. Dom thinks that Joelinton with Barnes behind him. Gordon left and Elanga right.
He could hold the ball up, right? He's got the physicality to do it. If he knows his role isn't to score, basically he can be like that Mikel Antonio sort of figure, isn't it? Run the channels. If the ball comes, hold it up, look to lay it off. And then obviously Barnes would be like our Jared Bowen type player, isn't it? Picking off the scraps, having a shot kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Okay, so
I'm not against that. I just want to see what this Neve kid is all about. That's it. Because he's an actual striker.
He's not come well when I've seen him come on.
No, that's what I'm saying. There's nothing that I've seen to suggest that he.
Yeah, but we know. Here's the thing. We have seen players throughout football in different leagues or whatever, where it's like, why is this kid playing? Like, who is he? And some people might not even rate him, but then all of a sudden he does all right. Neve. What my point is with Neve? My point is, Neve is an unknown. We don't know if he'll sink or swim, right?
Yeah, I agree.
I'm curious. I don't think Osula is going to do anything there.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. Away to Aston Villa and home to Liverpool are not the fixtures to put this young guy in. Like, especially at the start of the season, I just don't think like a Big C.
But he's an actual 9.
I think Big C. I think he said, "Do you think Wissa start?" The question is, if he was to get Wissa, say that hypothetically we get him. I think that's CJ by the way, Curtis. But if you get Wissa in, say this week, right? What game, honestly, do you think he starts for us? What fixture?
Is it the Leeds game? Is that game number 3?
Yeah, that's number 3. Yeah,
that could be the game because he would have had potentially a week, 2 weeks with the team training. Because essentially, he needs to build the chemistry with the team. You can't just thrust him in from the start. No one knows his patterns of play. If you notice, when Barnes got a run in the team, they got to know how he played more. Whereas before, it just looked like a sheep lost. Do you know what I mean? So they'll need time to build that chemistry. Maybe even the Wolves game at home.
I think it'll be Wolves at home.
The 13th September one.
I think it'll be Wolves at home.
I
don't care. I would just get him in. I would just get him and play him right away. But then again, I'm also a guy that wants to see Neve over Osula. So who knows? I just, guys, my overall point is I just want to see something different.
I think
I don't mind Barnes false 9 or striker.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
That's not a bad idea.
I think
Like,
Vista
if
starts
Leeds
against
did, if
Liverpool.
he's an actual striker, what's the worst that can happen?
I,
He
I
plays
think I think Vista will come in against Liverpool. I don't think he's going to start against Villa. The way Eddie Howe is, I think Gordon has played the last couple games in that position, so I think he's gonna start with as the false nine. Pont said Isak started pretty soon after he signed, but that was because Callum Wilson was injured. He got injured against Man City. We signed Isak the
Maybe it
next
was
day.
Liverpool, wasn't it?
Yeah, we signed Isak the next day or the next 2 days, and then he came straight in on a Wednesday against Liverpool. And I think that was because Wilson was injured. Had he not been injured, I think he would have taken time to come into the team. But yeah, I know. Listen, the only one of late that really got the start straight away was Tonali, wasn't it? Tonali started against Aston Villa on his first when he scored when we beat them 4-1, whatever. But we'll see, man. We'll see. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, smash the likes, people. Keep the likes coming. Keep getting involved in the chat. We appreciate the comments and stuff like that. But yeah, help the channel grow in that. Spread the word if you're liking what you're hearing, what you're seeing at the moment.
But going back to the preseason games, whether we've won the games or not is another thing. The thing for me is the manner of the goals we're conceding and the amount we've conceded, because we do look porous, and it is Dad's army at the back. So this Malick Thiaw signing, I mean, from what I've seen from his physical attributes, he has pace. It's going to massively help us, isn't it? In theory, if you've got him centre back with Tino next to him, if they've both got pace down that side, no one's coming down that side. So,
big up Kante in the building.
Hey, big up.
He said just got back. Big up Kelvin as well. Big up. Big C said he thinks yesterday's game, the front three is what it will be for Villa. I actually agree. I think that's going to be the case. But yeah, let's talk about Malick Thiaw, because I think apparently that's how you pronounce it. I don't know.
Ciao.
He's coming from AC Milan. He's on his way now. He's flying over. Medical tomorrow. They're going to be announced. The pace that we probably announced on the Liverpool game, the pace that we move at. But yeah, man, just under 40 million, I think it is. I think it's 40 million euros or something like that. But
yeah, it's like 36.4 or something like that.
Yeah, and for those who've been with 90's Mags since the beginning, we spoke about this guy over a year ago when especially Jefferson was saying we should be going for him instead of Mark Gahey, but for some reason, we stuck with the pursuit of Gahey, and we know how that turned out. But yeah, when he does sign, Steve, do you think he's a good signing?
If you asked me 2 years ago, I would have been very excited. So my phone goes off. I would have been very excited if this was like 2 or 3 years ago. I think his levels dropped a bit in Milan, to be honest. I think, Jesus Christ, man. I think his levels dropped a little bit in Milan. I don't think injuries have helped. I don't think, Magnon's drop in form as well has helped, because we've been talking about Pope and the way the defense feels and looks. It affects the defenders around you when you're looking shaky. So I think that doesn't help. His pace is definitely an upgrade in our team, but it's not like devastatingly quick. But he's all right. I just think it's a bit of an overpay. Unfortunately, we are at the stage in the window, very, very late into the window, where people are going to be desperate and just take whatever they can. It's an average signing if we made it on day one of the window, and it's an average to above average. Yeah, it's above to above average at whatever day of the window we sign him in for me.
Okay.
I think he'll start, but I'm not convinced.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so Jefferson, I've got to ask you your thoughts, and also this question here: who gets dropped for Chow? Because I know PDK has said if all fit, Tino, Chow, Botman, and Hall, which a lot of fans online are looking forward to. Whether or not we get to see the Saturn tell me that someone's going to be injured at some point in time, so we're never going to see it. But yeah, what's your thoughts on the signing itself?
Yeah, big up Con. Good question. And big up PDK. I'm shocked we ain't seen Miley's massive schlong in the chat yet. Yeah, I think when you look at it, the first one, who will be dropped? Well, sadly, unless he can play left side or we move Share to left side, it's looking like Fabian Share, isn't it? Because Chiao, I believe, is a right-sided centre back.
Yes.
And if that
Yes, he
happens,
is. He is.
from what I've seen, I could be wrong. I don't think Chow is known for his passing ability in the same way that Cher is. So that's why I'll
Yeah,
say that
no.
having an advantage, having the goalkeeper having that passing ability, and really maybe Chiao's been signed for the physical attributes, winning balls in the air, speed at the back. So more about us when we're out of possession than in possession. Um, and I think someone put in the chat about Maldini being really keen
It's
for
there.
Botman
Yeah,
and
Aaron.
Trout to be. There we go. Yeah, I mean that speaks volumes. His level may have dropped. Apparently, he had a very good performance against Real Madrid in the Champions League. I
He
didn't see
did.
it.
He did. In a
Apparently, that
back
was
three.
a
Yes.
really big highlight for him. But you know what? He should relish a new challenge. You know, coming to Tyneside, playing in the Champions League, and playing arguably in what we deem as the best league in the world. I'm sure he'll be willing to raise his game. So we're desperate. We know this. Yeah, we're like the guy in the club that hasn't pulled. We're looking around. We're like, who are we taking home? That's the stage we're at right
I,
now. So
you,
I, 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 I disagree. I disagree because I don't think. Listen, we have shown signs of desperation, yeah, but not in the centre back position. I can't think of apart from Mark Gahey. Even this summer, we haven't really been known to pursue the Mark Gahey deal. And I think there was Scalvini that we were linked with, but nothing more than that. Like I said, it was after we looked about Chow last season. And I'm happy with the speed that we've got this one done. Considering all this talk about the striker and stuff, I think it showed that we were working something else in the background, which is a positive, and we've got it over the line in a decent time. Yes, I think I haven't really watched him that much. I think he was there when we played him in the Champions League. I actually was at that game, and I thought he played well. Yes, his level might have dropped, but like you said, he brings much needed pace to our team, and it may not be blistering, but listen, look at the dinosaurs that we have at the moment. Like the lack of pace that they have, anything is an upgrade on them too, right? Now he's not probably a better passer than Fabian Schär. I mean, who is, to be fair,
no.
but he can still spray a pass. Yeah. So if you've got Botman doing it for one side, Child doing it to the other, added to the pace that we've got, and he looks like he defends on the front foot as well. I think it will turn out to be a good signing. Obviously, again, he's young. Working with Eddie Howe or not, he should improve. If you're going on the past Eddie Howe's past resume, I think it's good. It's a position that we've addressed because we need to address we said goalkeeper, centre back, right wing, strikers, and now we need midfielders. So I like the fact that we've got the right wing, the goalkeeper, and the centre back addressed now. Looks like one more striker is going to come in at least. Just a couple more to go, and we may have turned this window into from a tragic one to an okay one. You
decent
know what I
one.
mean? But like
He
Liam said,
looks a bruiser as well. He looks a
yeah,
bit like Vincent Company. When I've seen his
see the
style of
clips.
play, very
He's not afraid
robust.
to, yeah,
Very robust in the challenge.
yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is that my biggest issue with him is this: he'll go through very long stretches of form where it's like, yo, the manager needs to drop him. Like it is. He's costing goals. He's taking too long on the ball. He's indecisive. Back post. He's not aware of his.
But he's now with a manager that can coach that out of him. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, and I didn't rate, either their managers, Fonseca or Conceição. I don't think they did a good job at all last year, to be honest.
don't
That's
tell
music
don't
to me,
don't
man.
tell
Look at that
Jefferson
big
don't
smile.
tell
Look
Jefferson
at that
that
big smile.
don't tell Jefferson, mate.
Look what you got and done,
He'll
Steve.
punch you through the
What you got
screen.
and done.
But listen,
Oh, it's a signing that, you know what it is. It's like, okay, we could have done worse. That's the most positive thing I'll say about it. And I will add again, about 3 or 4 years ago when he was at Schalke, I was a big fan.
okay.
He didn't hit the. So we'll see.
Well, Liam said he thinks it's an excellent signing for the link with
But
Tonali. He said worked well in a 3 for when we switch, play both sides. So listen,
Good that he can play both sides. That's positive.
he said, "Is that Connor?" He said, "I think that Tonali will help him as well. Be a good link up." So it's listen. It looks like he's coming through the door and that. So let's see what happens.
Am I forgetting our manager was a center back? He's improved share twofold. Guys, this isn't a rehab facility. I hate to break it to you. Lloyd Kelly didn't improve here. Lloyd Kelly didn't improve here. Yeah. Just because they're a center back doesn't mean that Eddie Howe's going to improve them. Some guys are just going to flop. This isn't just a Newcastle thing. This is some.
No, that's true. That's true. But
I don't think Chow. I don't think Chow is going to be a bad signing or a good signing for us. I think he'll do an all right job.
Well, let's see, because not many signings have flopped to us under Eddie Howe, and that's one thing that I can give him credit for. So it's more likely he succeeds than he doesn't. But let's see in it. David said, "Chow."
If Oki was here, he would be saying it's not always about players that Eddie can improve. At some point, we just need to add some quality.
No,
I think this signing falls underneath that. I think it is an upgrade.
Yeah,
but it's not overwhelming. It's not like, oh my God, we got a worldie. But it's definitely an upgrade. Like, it's an improvement on what we have, I would say.
David said Chow's been monitored by us for a couple of years and can play on the left and right on both back 3 and 4. So it seems like the majority are happy with the signing. But let's have you seen that Sunderland want Lloyd Kelly? I saw that today as well. Kim Camp said we're having the best 2 players from Milan.
That's not.
But yeah,
Reinders was last year. He was their player of the year. And Pulisic.
All right. But keep the lights coming in. Smash the like button for us on that. I'm not sure how many we're on that at the moment. But the transfer window itself, right? So obviously we're bringing in Chow. Let's say we're bringing in Visser, right? So that leaves us another striker that let's talk about another striker that we need. At least one other midfielder, possibly 2. There's talk of. Have you seen the loose links to Paqueta? What's your thoughts on that?
I think when there was the issue with the case or something, wasn't he on a cheap surefire sale for like 25 mil? And now I'm heard they've upped it to 60. So that's put some teams off. I mean, we need it. We need it. We need a centre attacking midfielder. We need it. Should we pay 60? I don't know. Again, we're desperate again, aren't we? So
I think, bro, honestly, I think we should probably steer clear, just because I have a feeling that having 2 guys that used to bet probability and us being Newcastle United, we're just unlucky like that. One of them is going to get freaking banned for the rest of their life. So I would probably steer. Look, price tag is a bit too much for my liking. Exactly. Like, I think he's a really good player.
So who would you take? Who would you take? You take midfield, like Big C said. What players do you guys want? Would you make in this transfer window? So let's talk about midfield then. If it's not Paqueta, who you saying?
I'm not saying no to Paqueta. Something about it makes me uneasy, and I think we all know what. But and also, to be honest, guys, let's not act like last year he wasn't. What game did he impress in when you watched West Ham? So again, this is another player.
I feel bad laughing, but it's funny, man. It's funny.
It's true. But like, seriously, this is another player in Paqueta who's talented, but he's coming off the back of a really bad season.
No, that's true.
So like that. Again, it's a player I like that OL, but I don't know. Do we take that risk? I'm not sure. There's a midfield that I would like.
Who would you recommend? Who would you recommend out of your massive encyclopedia?
We should have got Sam Stein from FC Twente, but now he's at Feyenoord scoring free kicks. First game of the year. So
that's wow.
Too late. I would say Jan Boho from Toulouse is probably our best bet. He's very reminiscent to me of Eze. Very reminiscent. I think he's a bit skinnier, but a bit quicker than Eze. And maybe not as many assists as Eze, but he's someone that I really, really like, and it wouldn't cost a ton of money. I think you can get him for he's 24. Taylor, Ajax, Again, another player I'm like,
Well,
He's
like I said,
technical.
30 goals in 2 seasons. For a lad that they thought was a CDM.
Mm.
Maybe.
Wasn't there a meme about him this week as well?
The fact that he's English and Eddie would love him.
Yeah.
English name. He's like, yeah. What about this one? Well, I think you said this was for Jefferson, didn't it? Getting a DM and then bringing Tonali forward.
Yeah, because I think at the moment Tonali, he almost plays as a sweeping deep line playmaker, very similar to how Luka Modric was playing for Real Madrid. And it seems to work because he's got time to have more touches on the ball before he picks out a pass. Although he does like doing that quick first time pass, doesn't he? I've always said Javi Guerra is a cheaper option.
Yes.
He's unfortunately just signed a new contract literally this week, so we've been too slow. So apparently Valencia were asking for like 25 mil. I have a feeling it'll be way more than that now. And D-Man, you know the one we've been on about it for ages is Edison. He would be fantastic. But the other one, I don't know to test. If we're going back to players that we were actually interested in, which it looks like, because we've gone for Chow, we've gone for Ekatike, for example. What about Nemecha at Dortmund?
Average player, not for me.
Because he's got the physical attributes, like he would fit our style of play, isn't it? That's what it's about, essentially.
He's average, bro. I don't know why Dortmund bought him. I don't know what he does. He just doesn't. He's a Jag. A Jag is acronym JAG.
What's
Just a guy.
What's JAG?
JAG. Just a
above.
guy.
Oh, I was gonna say just
a
above
guy.
good.
Oh,
He's
just
a
a guy.
Jag.
Okay.
He's a Jag. Like I don't that Borussia Dortmund team have like maybe a player or two in there that I would take. None of them do much of anything. I think they bang average.
Hey, Scant.
I don't like you, Meg.
Scant, you're a bad guy, bro. He's a bad guy.
He's like, I'm bored here, guys. Let's put the flames on.
No, we're not doing that today, Scant. We're not doing that today. Yeah.
We'll have to get him on though. We'll have to get him on, won't we?
Yeah, man. Well, listen, we've got the Liverpool game coming up soon, so we're gonna have to get Scant on. You know what I mean? He's on a rampage, man.
Who else is it? There was someone that left a comment before, and he was on Smoke, the last show, our first show back.
I can't
Is
remember.
it Christopher?
I don't remember.
If Christopher's still here, he was bringing the smoke last time.
What? Let's talk about the striker situation, yeah, because this Alexander Isak situation, just obviously it won't go away until it's concluded. You know, it's always going to be in the news every single day. We've seen Eddie Howe's comments. To summarize, he said, you know, he'd love it if he could persuade Isak to stay, but he's not in control of the situation. He said he only wants players that want to play for Newcastle United. You know, there's no way that he could have trained with the team at the way things are at the moment. But then it's also come, I don't know how reliable it is, but it's come from what's the journalist that I believe that Newcastle feed, not to just embarrass him.
Luke Edwards.
Luke Edwards. Luke Edwards. He's come out and he's doubled down on the fact that, you know, we're saying that Isak is not for sale. My personal opinion is that Eddie Howe wants him gone, but the board, PIF, want him to stay. They want to basically show him who's boss and not bend to Liverpool's demands and stuff. Or could be the fact that, you know, we're just simply saying he's not for sale because we want to make sure that we get the proper price for him as well. When none of this full bid that Liverpool did the other day, come in and play the proper money, and then we can entertain it. Let's talk about Isak first. So Jefferson, what's your thought on the Isak situation?
Well, until very recently, Because wasn't Eddie essentially basically saying, look, if an apology don't, nothing will change unless basically an apology comes or a change of attitude, isn't it? And that he has to earn his right to get to train and play with the team, which is right as well. So it feels like there's something in me that although he's turning more towards, all right, you might have to go, I still feel deep down inside he wants him to stay. And I think it wouldn't surprise me if Yasir, His Excellency, has said you're going nowhere because, it's not about them being mugged off in public at the end of the day. I think had he gone about things the right way, he may have actually got his move. But at the end of the day, it's World Cup year, so he needs to play. He can't be rotting on the bench.
Did Sweden qualify for the World Cup?
You know what? That's me guessing.
I don't think they did.
No.
Did they not qualify?
I don't think they did.
Okay.
No, they have no. It's still to be decided. They still have a chance.
Oh, okay. But also the basis that it's 3 years. Like, you don't pull this business at 3 years. At 2 years, it's easier to get out. So he may end up missing out on a move. I think what will tell us is if we only go in for Visser and we don't go in for another, what we would deem as a number one striker, if that makes sense. So if you see us go for like Samu, who's going to cost 80 million or whatever, then Isak's going. So, yeah, he's not gone about it the right way. Very, very disappointed, unfortunately.
My thing with this one, right, and I mentioned it on Steve's podcast as well. Like, I agree that he hasn't gone about it the right way. But what I do think is, had he played Mr. Nice Guy, I think we would have trampled all over him, and there's no way he gets his move. Because had he played the preseason, had he gone abroad, whatever, and said, yeah, I'm still looking at my options, we're gonna tell him no because he's not kicking up a fuss. We've seen him as a valued part of our project. I don't think there's a way that we say, okay, let's see who comes in for you, we'll give you to Liverpool. I just don't see that. So he has to. In his head, he thinks, he's been disrespected. Yeah. We've had to have the conversation. He's seen the likes of Gordon get more money than him. He's seen Bruno get more money than him after he was promised more money. Yeah, and now we're trying to catch up, grovel back to him and say, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. The fact we've been rejected record number of times is not matching his ambition. And listen, he's seen as the best player in the world, best striker in the world. A, I need to be paid like that, or B, I need to be playing for a team like that. That's going to match my ambition. Yeah, but I think he feels that he had to kick up a fuss. Yeah, and I don't agree with how he's gone about it, but he probably thinks if I play to the rules, I'm not going to get anywhere. Yeah, and add that to the fact that Liverpool upset him as well is another story. But you're right though. Can he come back into the team? Listen,
yes.
If PIF say he's not for sale, he can come back into the team. Obviously, he's going to take a big apology. And what I will say is though, I didn't get the sense, being in Newcastle, I didn't get the sense that he's as hated as he is on social media. I'm not saying they don't like him, yeah, but social media, I think it amplifies things, right? But again, like Eddie said, he's got to want to play for the team. He's got to get his head right, and that's not going to happen overnight, yeah. But if we don't get a replacement, I'm not talking about Visser because this is the Wilson replacement. If we do not get an adequate striker in, he cannot go anywhere. I don't care how much money Liverpool offer, he cannot go anywhere. So we need to get our ducks in a row. If we're going to let him go, yeah, we need to be sure that we've got an adequate replacement in. Yeah.
What's this? I hear that now footballers can buy themselves out of their contracts.
Is it?
Because it might be a situation where if somehow Liverpool can pay the remaining years, if maybe Liverpool can give him the money and then that's his signing on fees, he can buy himself out of his contract and then he can be a free agent. Well, I don't know if there's any law against it, I think.
I don't know. Liam says after 5 goals, we cheer him again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Him, Cam, he's damaged the club our season. He's selfish sport child, lived in luxury all his life. He does not know real life. Again, Scant says he's broke too many bridges, it seems.
Does anybody... Whoa,
Kelvin going nowhere.
I love that. Going nowhere, son. He ain't going nowhere.
He lived in luxury all his life. Do you know? Does Kim Cam know where Alexander Isak was born?
Eritrea.
That is not a luxurious place. It's basically the African version of North Korea. So I don't think he's lived his life in luxury. To be honest. And I just, I don't know, man.
Well, Kim Cam, his heart is not with us. It hasn't been since last year. You get me? Does he want to play for Newcastle again? You know, the fact
I
head's
think
been
he
turned.
will. I think he will. I think he'll
Yeah.
suck it up
Yeah.
because he does realize it's a World Cup year. Like he yeah, it is what it is.
Toon Talk, yeah, we hold his registration, which is true.
Okay, so he can probably buy himself out of his contract, but he won't be able to play for another Premier League club
Yeah,
because we hold his registration.
yeah, Marco, that burglary didn't help the situation. I think that made Isak more resolute to mind his leave. Do you know where he's going to, bruv? You want to talk about burglaries? Have you seen about why they move in Liverpool?
No comment.
No, bruv.
No
No,
comment. No comment.
No, bruv.
No comment.
Banel says if Isak got restless at the start of last season, then he must have seen Lloyd Kelly's wages and got pissed.
Real talk. Listen, even Ramsdale's on the same money as him right now.
That's
Mad.
pathetic.
Mad. We have disrespected him. We have.
And Andy said he wants to join Liverpool's Galactico squad.
Well, I wouldn't quite call it Galactico, but it is compared to us, maybe. I don't...
Like Liam said, like Suarez, fix
Yeah,
up, play the
Suarez.
best season, then leave.
Yeah.
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane did the
Ronaldo
same.
before he went to Real Madrid. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, it looks like Malick Thiaw has landed in Newcastle, by the way.
Excellent.
But yeah.
I'm kind of pissed actually about the deal now that I think about it because the center back that Milan are going to buy, Coney de Winter, is much better than him, and he costs 20 million from Genoa. So I'm a bit annoyed about it.
Milan got slapped by Chelsea today, didn't it? 4-1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look dangerous, man.
We'll talk about them shortly in a minute. But big up D-Dubs in the building. Another Liverpool fan. Yeah.
Big up.
He's slowly waiting for Newcastle to sell Isak. But we'll see. We'll see. Aaron, Liverpool Galactico squad that got beat by Palace today. Interesting. Mark, when Sesko family said that they are scared to move to Newcastle, I thought they have been to Manchester lately.
That's bullshit, man. Come on, that's bullshit. That is.
Oh, yeah. Big up D-Dubs, man.
Big
I gotta
up,
say,
big up.
D-Dubs, drop your channel in the chat, man. Get people to subscribe. He's just started his channel, talking mainly about Liverpool and that. But good guy, man. Good guy. We enjoy his content. We will enjoy his content, no doubt. So, but yeah, man. So obviously, listen. If do you think Isak stays? We'll ask you first, Jefferson. Do you think if you had to hazard a guess, do you think he stays?
It depends if we accept the second bid. I think we're holding out for that magical 150, and I think the reason for that is the Real Sociedad sell-on clause. So that's why we want more money, obviously. I think if we don't get the 150, he doesn't go. I think the next bid will be 130, 135. I don't think we'll take that. So if the money doesn't come in that we want, he's not going anywhere.
Okay. 135. You don't think we'll take 135? Steve, do you think he stays or goes?
Yeah, honestly, I think he's a goner. I actually think PSG might come into play here soon because Liverpool are just like not really doing anything about it. Apparently, they're not going in for a second bid, so believe that with what you will. I don't.
Well, now they've got the Nunez money, though, Steve. Now they've sold Nunez.
Exactly. So I think they'll get him for 150.
150. I personally don't think we're going to get 150 from him. I think it's going to be like 130 with add-ons up to like 140, 145. I don't think we're going to get, like Scan said, he said 130 with 10 million add-ons. But I don't know. Would you? I see. Someone asked a chat. Would you take Nicholas Jackson? What's your
Absolutely not. I'll name about 30 strikers right now off the top of my head that I'd rather take than him.
I'd rather take Muniz, but again, Muniz wouldn't be number one for me. He'd be number two. So if we're signing Wissa, then yeah, I guess we wouldn't sign Muniz. I'm interested by this Samu kid. He looks. They're saying he's baby Drogba or whatever. I like the look.
No, I don't think he's. No, he's more of a. I don't know. Black Peter Crouch with speed.
What? He looks built, man. He ain't no beanpole.
No, but I'm saying like he scores with his head a lot and stuff like that.
Right, headers. Okay.
Yeah, like that. I don't know.
Has he got good feet? Because Peter Crouch had good feet, you know. Good technique as well.
Not as good as Crouch probably, but it's not actually that bad. It's not that bad.
Oh,
I would
interesting.
take it, definitely.
8
Interesting
mil though.
comment from Pont. He said the problem with upping Isak's wages was also Bruno's has a top earner parity clause. So giving Isak an extra 100k would mean an additional 50k for Bruno.
Oh, what a nightmare.
Interesting.
What a nightmare.
I've heard that before as well. Who knows if it's true, but it's a theory. It might be true, yeah.
I like the idea of Ramos, Liam. I think Ramos is quality. And I think there's more to come from him as well. No Portuguese bias as well. I know, like, D-Man's like, if he was Spanish, he'll be salivating. But
Oh, just as a question for you, Steve. PD Proudlock says, "Can I?" He said he corrected. He did say, Steve. He said, "Why you think that the other defender is so good and hating on Chow when
hating on Chow at all?" Oh, why I think the Winter's better. I think he's actually quicker. I think I've seen him at Genoa play high up on a defensive line and play well and sit deep and defend. I've seen him be better in the air compared to Chow, to be honest. And again, I think he's been one of the more consistent center backs in Serie A with Genoa. We're a team that are looking to finish top 10 at the best and survive relegation at the worst. And costs 20 million euros and not 40. He is another player that Juventus let go and that they shouldn't have. Another youngster amongst many. And a lot of those players have they're going on to have really good careers. So it's one of those where it's like, yeah, the fact that we don't know scouting or we don't have in-depth scouting, like I think we should, is disappointing. So okay. I think the Winter is he's much better player for half the price and less wages. Yeah, Milan done us there, bro. I'll be real. But as long as he's good for us, then whatever.
Okay. Well,
but I left the topic. I know D-Man don't want to go there, but it's just like the transfer strategy ain't fit for purpose because we're buying him now for goodness sake, and we should have got him last year, and it would have been 10. Who knows? Maybe even 15 million cheaper.
Okay. Well, Abba said we are not selling Isak even if we get offered 150 if we don't get a replacement in, which doesn't look like it will happen. Interesting. And I know American Geordie asked, do we not rate what's it? Kolo
Muani. I wouldn't complain.
No, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. Every time I see this guy, all he does is miss gilt-edged chances, and I keep telling people the highlight of his career is gifted Messi that World Cup. That's what he did.
Because he missed the sitter, didn't he?
When he should have squared it to Mbappe. Yeah? Listen, don't rate him. Don't rate him.
He got 8. Was it 8 in 16 on loan at Juventus last season?
Yeah, but he didn't play. I wasn't impressed, personally. I wasn't.
Nah, he's not the one for me, man.
So would you rather Ramos over him?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I don't want either, bro. They're PSG remnants, and it's not like a really good player like Zaire Emery or something, bro. Like, okay, push come to shove, I'll go Colomwani. Because at least with the counter-attacking team, I've seen him play really, really well at Nantes a few years ago and Eintracht Frankfurt. So I'll go there, but...
Yeah, he's won the Europa League with Frankfurt, isn't he?
How you pronounce this guy's name?
Voltemada. Voltemada again. You don't rate him, do you, Steve?
Really.
But I personally think he's very similar to Harry Kane, where he's not going to be a 9. He's like a 9.5, and he tends to drop into the space. So that only works if you've got 2 wingers pushing beyond him. That's where we get the best out of him, I think. He's not going to be your out-and-out number 9 banging in the goals. But for the price, though, it's not too bad.
Is my guy. That's my guy right there. That's my guy.
How much is Pavlidis for? Available for?
He's 100 mil release cost in euros.
Buy.
Worth it. He's worth it, though.
That's big peas, bro. That's big
He's
peas.
worth it.
I think we'll know by the time the season starts. I think we'll know what's going to happen with Isak. You won't be sold by then, but I think we'll know if he's going or not. I think we either seriously linked to another striker, then as in making a bid, or it's a case of he's not going anywhere. We have to, because this can't go for much longer. Either way, he's not going to play the Liverpool game, whether it's for us or Liverpool. He's not going to play that. But it's frustrating because obviously it's dominating the news and nothing ain't really happening at the moment. But I think it will come to a head pretty soon because the season's starting. We need to know what we're doing.
Has anyone asked the question, why do you think they're also wanting to keep Isak? I think part of the reason why the chairman wants to keep Isak is because I don't think he trusts Eddie to spend the money to replace him adequately. So I think that's my theory, because I'm looking at it from my point of view. I'm like, I don't think I'd get rid of Isak just because I don't want the money to be spent by someone who isn't a sporting director.
Do you think he's a dead man walking, Eddie? I think someone said he's 8-1 bookies' favourite to be sacked. Someone put in the chat earlier.
No, I don't think he's the favourite. I heard he's the 5th favourite. Yeah, but when you've got them newly promoted teams, they're gonna have some.
But just devil's advocate, looking at the start we've got, out of the first 6 games, I don't see us getting any more than 5 points. I know we'll probably do a preview next week, D-Man, but looking at Villa, Liverpool, Leeds, Wolves, Bournemouth and Arsenal, I think we get 5 points maximum. And that's not a good enough start.
Wait. Name the fixtures again.
So Villa away, away.
Yeah.
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 Liverpool at home.
Yeah.
Leeds away, Wolves at home, Bournemouth away, and Arsenal at home.
I think we'll get more than 5 points.
Nah, I'm kind of on. I think we're losing to Villa.
We're losing to Villa. We're losing to Liverpool.
Yeah.
We'll probably, I think, as much as we can beat Leeds, I think it'll be a draw, like 2-2 or 3-3. Wolves, I think we beat. Bournemouth, we lose or draw. We really don't have good results down at Bournemouth. Arsenal's a 50-50. Judging by the pre-season friendly, where we got 15-year-olds dazzling past us, it's not looking good.
I do not see a world where we get 5 points.
They had a 15-year-old player that was better than our whole team, D-Man.
I don't care about pre-season. I don't care.
I don't care about pre-season.
I don't care.
But he's not wrong. The 15-year-old was.
He was better than the whole team, D-Man. They've got youngsters who are better than our team.
Like PD said, Eddie is a dead man walking for me. And if you do a poll in there, I bet most agree because fixture's too hard and we've had no striker.
Yeah.
Listen,
you can't be chasing Champions League and only be having 5-6 points out of 18 at the start. That's goodbye territory.
You're not getting. I don't.
That has to be.
I think we'll get more than that. Listen,
who we beating?
Listen, I don't think we lose to Villa. I think we get a draw there.
Villa away.
Yeah,
not Villa at home. Villa away.
First game.
Villa away, bro.
How do we do last season, D-Man?
Yeah, but that was
really good.
That's month into the season. First game of the season, I think we could get a draw there. Okay. Yeah, but
Evan Guessant is gonna have something else to say about that, man. There's a forward we could have signed. You know what's funny? All of us are gonna see on Saturday Guessant, a right winger who's better than Elanga, that cost way fucking less.
Well,
it's gonna piss me off.
I think Queenie asks who would you get if hypothetically if Eddie was to walk or be gone? Yeah, who give me one name realistically. I don't want to hear Jose Mourinho. Give me one.
It has to be, bro.
No, bro.
It has to be.
No,
do you know what? Do you know what swayed me? If we get Mourinho, I'm fully prepared that it's not going to last long. It's going to be 18 months, 2 years max. That's fine. On the basis that we've struggled in the transfer window, Mourinho's name alone will be able to pull in bigger players. Let him do the recruitment, and if it goes bad, we sack him. We'll still have a squad full of really good players. Because even in Fenerbahce and Roma, he's been able to pull trees in terms of signing players with lower budgets. So we need a big name. Mourinho's the one, probably. The connection with Sir Bobby,
Glasner?
I want to do well in the league. His league finishes, besides Wolfsburg, were pretty poor. I'm not saying Palace needed to, but like
Thank you, Kenny.
exactly. Yeah, I hear that. Nah, Mourinho, he's got a point though.
Just to get us off the ground. He ain't gonna be there forever. He will just.
And you know what?
take
It
us to
would
the
be
next
box
level.
office, and it'd be a hell of a lot more entertaining than this. He would actually say interesting things in his press conference.
Because it would give us credibility. I think that's what we lack is
Yes.
credibility.
Yeah, all right. But the fact of the matter is, Eddie Howe's here. He's gonna last the season, isn't it? He's gonna last the season. Let's not.
I don't know about that.
Well, until it happens.
Getting touchy.
No.
Demon's getting touchy.
No, but until it happens, let's not all pile in on Eddie Howe.
Of course.
It's you know, we've got
I'm
this
not
thing
even
up.
piling it on him. I'm just he. It's a fact. He does not have the cachet or the sway.
Well, that aside, if we hypothetically now, if we sign Rissa and let's say we keep Isak, yeah,
which I think is getting more likely by the day. By the way,
okay, and we get Chow, yeah, and we get one midfielder in, yeah. How confident are you of us having a good season? First of all, what would you rate the transfer window out of 10? If we get those players, if we get the players and Isak stays, would you rate the transfer window out of 10?
If we can get an attacking midfielder,
yeah,
I'm thinking 6.5 out of 10.
Okay. Steve?
I'll go with 5.
5.
I don't rate Ramsdale. I don't really rate Elanga. I don't really rate Chow. Keeping Isak at this point, and you're like, that isn't a win for me. That is a problem that needs solving. I'm glad we're keeping him just quality wise, and I think he'll bang in goals for us. Because I think the guy's just I don't know. I feel like people are a bit overreacting, to be honest. Like, I would want to leave too if I was him, to be fair, if Liverpool were in for me. But
okay, well, Liam said keeping Isak is an 8.5. Right wing centre back goalkeeper is what we all asked for. Isak and a centre midfielder solid. Now, I would give it, hypothetically, if that happened, I'd say a 7, because we still have the best striker in the league. You know, we've addressed the position that we wanted to address. I do believe Elanga is an upgrade on Murphy. I believe that Ramsdale, not my favourite guy at all, but he will change our style of play. You know, the build up from the back and comfortable on the ball. You can use his feet. The centre back, I think we've addressed well. Yeah, and if we get, like you said, an attacking midfielder, forget the fact that, you know, and we get Visser as well, which a younger version of Wilson who will Premier League proven will bag goals. I think we can be quite positive about that. Now, also,
Wissa as well. Okay, Wissa included. I forgot about. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. I'll bump it up to a. 6. I'll go 6.
I like Kelvin.
Kelvin said that is.
He just keeps his messages short and sharp, just like. Legend.
So yeah, I would say a 6 because I really would like the Wissa signing. Really, really like that. So I'll definitely give. But like, I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of the 3 other deals. Really, Chow is the one that it's like,
Sorry, one sec. Christopher, he said, Jefferson, I thought you were cool, but your mods have blocked 2 of my last questions. We don't have mods, bro.
We don't have any mods.
We don't have mods, so I don't know who's blocked. Put them up again. See what you said, innit? We don't have mods. Yeah,
put them up.
Don't worry, man. Don't worry. All comments are welcome, as long as they're not offensive. All comments are welcome, bruv. Yeah, don't worry, right.
Listen, this is the realest show out here. Yeah, we don't play it safe out here. This is a hot kitchen. Do you know what I mean? Anything.
I'll tell you, bro. Then that's why they invited me, because they knew if I have an opinion on something, even if y'all think it different, I'll say it. Like, I don't rate Ramsdale at all. For me, don't really care about the fitting the system of play. The brother makes mistakes that cost teams points. That's the reality of Ramsdale.
And he's been relegated how many times?
I don't even. That's not even the. Because that for me is that's whatever. Just the Southampton game when Arsenal were challenging for the league. That's all. That's all I need to prove my point about him. Against Southampton at home when he played for Arsenal, Brudda made a horrific error 1 minute into the game, and
lost them the league, wasn't it? In such a high-profile game.
Yeah.
As well.
No, not a whole. No, but that was the funny part. It wasn't. It was they were playing Southampton, who are bottom of the league. Bottom. In a title race, and you screwed up in that moment. So here's the thing: if we get to a Carabao Cup semifinal, FA Cup semifinal, Champions League round of 16, and Ramsdale makes a massive, stupid mistake, and he's made mistakes previously. That's why I didn't want the guy. I hope he's amazing.
Human.
But I don't like that signing at all. There's nothing I like about it, actually. There is legitimately no reason why we should have signed him. For me. I have to give a lot of points off for that. Alanga, I think, is overpriced for his talent. Thiaw, I think, is a bit overpriced for what he used to be.
I don't care what we pay. Listen, we got money, spend it. Yeah, we need to spend it. I don't care if we overpay now. Get players in it.
Good players, though.
Yeah, but I think we've got. All right, Ramsdale is he's not my favorite player, but I think he'll do okay there. Thiaw, I'm happy with. Elanga, I'm happy with. Vissa, I'll be happy with. You know what I mean? But we need that. If we're not going to keep Isak, we need a bigger striker. But I think if we keep him, all good. But it's that centre midfield as well that we need to address.
Numbers? Are we still down on numbers? Because have we had 5 outgoings? Isn't it? Is it 5?
Well, yeah, we've lost. We've
only had 3 incoming, so we definitely need.
Yeah, and midfield. We ain't replaced Longstaff, bro. That's the main thing. We ain't replaced Longstaff.
Willock's injured.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, Wilson, we haven't replaced either.
That's with Vissa, isn't it? Vissa's going to replace Wilson. So, but it's that midfield too with Willock injured. Who we know what we feel about Willock anyway. But Longstaff leaving, that needs to be addressed. But just quickly, Christopher, probably that's the comment that he put in that got blocked. He said, "D-man, if Eddie Howe fails to win games together he's gone. Everyone knows 2 seasons failing in Euros, loses managers' jobs. He's proven he can't beat top managers in Europe. Look at the Madrid game. Yeah, we'll see. I think we had a new subscriber here, and he gave the window a 6 out of 10. Who was it? I missed it.
Christopher, just to say, I think that's valid. That for me, I always say the league is the bread and butter. We know this. As much as you've got cup competitions, the league is always the bread and butter. That's where you judge the team, because cups require luck. But the thing about the Champions League is it's essentially arguably quality games where you've got the best v the best. So that's the ultimate judgment test in terms of the manager. So we've all got a memory of how we did last time. Those 2 games against Dortmund were painful to watch, not just because of our injuries, but because we were tactically outmatched. We want to see if Eddie does better this year. And on that perspective, yes, you can be judged on that, because we don't want to be participants in the Champions League. We want to be competitive. And as we've seen with Aston Villa, they made the quarterfinals. So for me, I want to see us make the last 16. He makes last 16, that's good enough for me. He's ticked.
I think it depends on who we play, though. But okay, if you're saying just generally going into the season, make round of 16, I hear it. But if we get a nice draw, then we could be saying, "Yo, semifinal." If our route looks easy, but that will have to make up our minds on when it happens. If.
Okay, so a big up Buckley's English. He's listening to new subscriber. Said, "Nice show, lads. New subscriber, 6 out of 10 window for me." Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, welcome. Tell your people to join you in subscribing and that, get our numbers up. But before we wrap up though, okay, because we're going to do our season prediction later on in the week. I think it's Thursday. We'll be back.
Stay tuned for that.
I'm still at neurodiversity.
Yeah, man.
He does.
Right.
Tim Howard, remember he had Tourette's, didn't he?
Yeah, listen. I call him that he's got Tourette's. Anyway, I'm not gonna pile on Ramsdale. Listen, he's here now. Let's hope he does well.
That's all we got. Hope, and I don't like that. By the way, I don't. It just sounds.
You want Connor,
It's
bro?
just.
I hope
Bro.
Ramsdale doesn't get distracted by the Magpie on our badge.
Well, listen, Apples has said our signings raised the floor of the squad.
Do they?
Well, we were on the floor, you could argue.
Listen, don't.
I think it's a slight improvement. I'm gonna be positive. I think it's a slight improvement. I think I'm not shutting the house down, but it's a slight improvement. Slight.
Okay, you know what? I'll give it. All right, Whistle over Wilson. Whistle over Wilson. Yes, definitely. On paper, definitely Whistle over Wilson. Ramsdale over Pope and Dubravka. That's you could argue to me that's a downgrade.
Well, the Ramsdale
Especially
thing,
wages.
Ian said Ramsdale won Player of the Year a few years ago in the Prem. Arsenal fans like him.
He did not.
And he's an English international. We have got him for free, well, 4 million, and we released 2 older keepers. In that respect, I can understand the fact that I like the fact that we're getting better at releasing players and selling and moving and selling. Yeah, in that respect, we've reduced the number of keepers that we have. Big up to Ravko, who's gone to Burnley. Was it? He's gone to Burnley. Is it?
Yeah. Wish him well. 7 years of service, man.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this. I think he got 51 clean sheets.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty decent, to be fair.
Pretty good. A lot of his years were not with very good teams at all. So that's impressive.
Big up Kenku said, hello lads. Chow was a bit pricey, but compared to Gahey deal last year, which was 70 million, it's a bargain.
Agreed.
Gahey is better. That's the problem.
We weren't getting Gahey or Scalvini. Chow was on the list, and we wanted him 2 years ago. That's by Adventures of Rex.
To be fair, at least it ends the whole Scalvini thing, isn't it? Because that was just dangling for ages.
Yeah, that's it. Christopher Jefferson, was Mourinho director of football at Roma?
No. Was not.
I don't get that question.
The fact, because you talk about the scouting that the players that they got and stuff. Because you said about Mourinho getting the players, being able to attract the players and get them in and stuff.
Oh, I mean, he's got more pull, isn't it? I mean, he's openly talked about it. His frustrations with Manchester United, particularly with the whole, I think was it Harry Maguire thing. He revealed that he had a list of centre backs, particular centre backs. So he's clever. He knows what he wants, and his list is expansive. And the other thing, just to switch it back to Mourinho real quick, I remember Mourinho was under heat and under fire because people said he didn't give youth enough chance. And remember, he did that interview where he read about 37 young people he'd given opportunities to. Yet no one jumps on Eddie Howe at all for the lack of youth opportunities. And he's only really just started doing it. All right? So
let's see.
We got to be fair here.
Yeah. Christopher said, Jefferson, it's the fact that when we're in Europe, it's how we sell a club. And if Eddie fails again, how can he keep his job? The league wins brilliant, but why get in Europe and embarrass us? Listen, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see if Eddie learns from his mistakes this time round in the Champions League, because, listen, we didn't. I say we embarrassed ourselves. We got hard done against PSG, but yeah, one win in the whole campaign was not good, and we saw what happened with the injuries and stuff. But time will tell. Time will tell. Steven said PSR is screwing us, not Eddie Howe.
No, I'm not hearing that no more. You know what it is, yeah? So PSR, do we make more revenue than Brentford, Bournemouth, and Brighton?
We could have sold players. We're not selling players.
Yeah.
Well, we are now.
Also be recruiting players from around the world. We need to start taking risks, boys, if we want to get around this PSR thing. But we want to buy Prem Proven. You pay Prem Proven prices. If you don't have Prem Proven money, then you can't. We are stuck. We're stuck right now where we are.
Well, Malick Thiaw is not Prem Proven. You know what I mean? So we're showing that we can.
Yeah, but you know what's funny?
Target.
There is no way that if we didn't play AC Milan in the Champions League 2 years ago when we were linked with him, I think this is we need a center back. Yo, that Chow guy we played against 2 years ago was pretty good, wasn't he? Milan want to sell him. I'm not even, guys. These are amateurs working in these roles, right?
Wasn't it Mitchell that recommended him as well? I'm sure it was when he first came. That thing about Nagelsmann, by the way, I think he'd be an interesting appointment. I think if we were patient long term, we would see the fruits of the labour. But to instill his style, we would need to buy the players he needs technically on the ball and positionally aware. Because the problem is moving away from that physical, hard, robust style of running to a more strategic possession based style would be very difficult. But yeah, I think Nagelsmann would be great. But I think
I would, yeah.
we
I
we
don't think he
we
would
take a
ever.
step
I don't
back.
think he would
I think
leave German national team job for Newcastle.
yeah.
If we
Yeah,
offered the money,
build
maybe,
the
but
brand,
I
isn't
don't
it? We got to
know.
build the brand. We got to build the brand.
You know what would be funny if we needed to, if we wanted to bring him in, but then like a Chelsea sack Maresca, and then they go swoop in and take a manager from us.
Wow.
You can see it though, couldn't you?
Listen, we could go forever about this, but we're
You're
not gonna. Before we go, just gonna read a few more comments. Aaron says Scalvini would have been a proper marquee signing. We deserve one.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Um,
Agreed. We do. Now, I'll give the fans a
Don't
huge
worry
lift.
about his injury record, but the player is, yeah, remarkable.
so Kenk says Whistle looks like it will be the next signing. Let's compare to this team last year. Goalkeeper better, right winger better, right centre back better, second striker Whistle better. And good point. Good point. You know
It's
what I mean?
arguable, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And then JRI said, make Juve pay most Vlahovic wages if I can get his paws on him. I'm not too sure. Vlahovic, he was the one that was good a few years ago. I'm not so sure about him now.
Lost his way. He's lost his way.
Guys, can we check?
Mitro on loan, maybe? Seeing as we put the ball in the box so much, wouldn't be a bad
And
idea.
he's not good in the air.
Who, Mitro?
No, not Mitro. I'll take
Oh, no. Don't get him back.
Vlahovic.
Why?
No, don't get Mitrovic back.
I
Bro.
would
He's
take
improved.
Vlahovic.
He's improved, D-man.
No, bruv. I don't want them big target men. I don't need it, bruv. We're not going back to the Shearer days, bruv. Those days are past. No, we need a mobile.
You know what happened with Chris Wood? You saw what happened with Chris Wood.
Yeah. He didn't fit our style. Yeah, true.
Right. But yeah, listen, we could go on forever. We can go on forever.
Oh, Lord, is that Ralph?
Who?
Oh, Lord, is that... Hit it up in the chat. Is that you, Ralph?
Is that you?
It's someone I used to play football with when I was younger.
Oh, yeah. All right. What's this indie bomber? Isak bid in the next 72 hours. Listen, we've been talking about the Isak bid forever. It's imminent. It's coming. It's this, it's that. I don't care. Put the money up. Yeah. Put the money up.
Yep.
Or go away in it. Or go away.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
72 hours. Why can't you just do it tomorrow? You know what I mean?
Right.
What's 72 hours doing?
What's the hold up?
You know what I mean? But listen.
It is Ralph. Big up, Ralph. Big up.
Big up, Ralph.
Yeah, I remember back in the day. I swear you had a Newcastle shirt back in 2004 you used to play in. What, real quick, before we come off, let us know how you think we're doing in the transfer window, where you think we're going to finish the season.
And before we go, 2 minutes on Sung Soo Park, if I said that right. His performance against Espanyol. Do you think we should keep him around the squad or loan him out? Steve, quick one.
Eddie ain't keeping him around. Let's be real. I would. Again, I'm not scared to play the youth, but I'm also not a manager, so it's easy to say from the comfort of my home. I get that, but at the end of the day, we know about the players that we have on our squad and what they will most likely do, good or bad. Alanga and the new signings are potential, right? We don't know what they're going to do in black and white shirt. But with Sung Soo Park, he could be apparently the Korean Mbappe, or it could be a player who's playing at Barnsley in 2 years. We don't know. I'd rather find out right away instead of, like if Gordon's off form and Barnes is injured, I'd rather play him than put Joe Ellington left wing or some stupid shit like that. That's just me, though.
Jefferson, what do you reckon?
The thing is, from what I observed of him, he's got pace, he can dribble, he looks threatening, but there's obviously, because he's young, there's a bit of immaturity there. For example, he gets past a player, instead of crossing the ball and he goes back round the player.
That's my issue.
Twist him again, yeah?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of early days
You've
Alan
seen that
Max
before.
man there.
I'm going to say exactly. You know what I mean?
So I think he needs to go out on loan. And also with Eddie, we've seen him do this before with Travis Sanusi last season. I think Sanusi played at least 3 times and then he never touched the grass during the season pretty much, did he? I think maybe, did he play against Bromley maybe? But so it might be a similar thing.
And then quickly, I know Scats has said the reason why the 72 hours for Liverpool been because they're waiting for us to sign our strikers. Damn waste, man. Listen. And Cav, you better just sign your striker. Bro, this don't concern you, Cav. You've got your Jokeres. You're happy that he scored his goal yesterday, his header that he scored yesterday. He still looks like he's running in quicksand, but that's another story. But we'll see. Just quickly though, I asked a question on their pod. Who scores more this season, Sesko or Jokeres?
Oh, Jokeres,
Jokeres, yeah.
Oh,
yeah?
Jokeres, yeah, for sure.
Yo, he'll outscore him by like 10.
Who scores more goals, Mbeumo or Saka?
Saka?
I think Mbeumo.
What about Cunha or Madueke or Martinelli?
Cunha.
Oh my God.
Those signings are going to kill it for them. Those signings, I'll be real. They've 3 very good signings. It's a very
Cunha will outscore and Cunha will outscore almost any attacker at Arsenal not named Jokeres or Saka. Because the others are rubbish, let's be honest.
The thing about Cunha that I was hoping we would sign him is because he can score from outside the box whenever he wants.
Makes it look easy. Makes it look easy as well, bro. Okay. It's like he is so good at placing shots in the back of the net. So good.
Okay.
I do think Mbeumo gets like 11 or 12, and then Saka gets like 13. So I think.
And remember, he's not going to take penalties as well, is he? Because Bruno Fernandes is going to take them. So that will take a few numbers down.
Like Cav, you're cheeky, Elanga or Saka. Don't take liberties.
Oh, yeah, he's taking a piss out.
Yo, wait, actually, that's a really good question to ask.
Huh?
How many goals do you guys expect out of Elanga over the Premier League season? Let's say he plays 35.
He only got 6 last season.
8 to 10. 8 to 10. I think.
Well,
so
Murphy,
if I offered you
got
over
9 last year, so yeah, probably 8.
If I offered you over or under 8.5 goals for Elanga in the league, would you go over or under? I'm going under.
Over.
Going under.
Under. I'm going under.
I'm going over.
He only got 6 last season.
He's going to get 9. Yeah, watch. He's going to get 9.
Wait, he only got 6 goals last year.
6 and 11 assists.
11 assists. Arlo said 10 for Elanga.
He's gone. He's gone. I know, 55 mil, bro. We did get bumped. I think
we will see in it.
I think we paid 10 million over what we should have paid for him. He's not 55 million quality. He's not.
Just quickly, Badro is the Liverpool fan. He said, "Do you think Isak will stay or Newcastle will accept to sell him?" We did speak about this earlier. I think he's gone. I think the other two think he's probably going to stay. Oh, you think he's gone as well? Yeah. Okay. He's gonna go. But listen, we're gonna have to wrap it up. Before we go, thank you to Steve for joining. Anything you want to promote your podcast and that people can tune in, subscribe to your stuff?
Yeah, no. Big up for having me, guys. Much appreciated. That was fun. Really enjoyed that. Tonight I might do some MLS watch-alongs in 2-3 hours, maybe. That's about it. And then I've got content. I try to do a stream at least every day. Well, I mean, lately it's been a lot about Newcastle rantings and stuff like that, but yeah. That's about it. Strasbourg Steve on YouTube. You can check me out there. And again, thank you two for having me on. Great chat.
No worries.
Big up people in the comments.
Yeah, man. Big up all those that joined in the comments, those silent listeners as well. Keep the lights coming. Big up Steve as well. Who just joined in. But yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. We will be back on Thursday to do the season preview. Big up to those in the chat. I know Scants and Cav from the Red Pit podcast, Specs, Geordie Dread TV. Check that out. Not sure if Enemy Lines is going to be back next week. Check us out on that.
Did you see PD Proudlock's comment? He goes, Steve's a good looking fella, but he looks like he don't sleep.
I said you look tired. Insomnia.
It's
But
true.
now,
It's true.
now big up everyone. Also check out my own channel, D-Man TV. I've got my own little content on there as well. So some videos there as well. But yeah, man. Listen, thank you all for joining. We will be back on Thursday. Until then, and also check out NUFC Talk TV, who we collaborate with as well. You know, they're consistent every day. I think they've got a show on as well. You'll see me and Jefferson on there, and Stephen there from time to time as well. But yeah, until next time, we're out. Peace.
Peace.